Hello my friends, I would like to share with you the Elegant Stand-Up Card by Sizzix and me, Stephanie Barnard. Now I'm very excited about this because this is a different type of stand-up and it's a lot more fun. It first of all comes in one of the handy dandy envelopes, which is very, very exciting. Also, it comes with 19 dies. That's 19. 19 dies in here. Now don't get overwhelmed. The 3 largest dies are going to be what you're going to need to create your card. The rest of the dies are just embellishment dies, and I'm going to show you, don't worry. There's 19 dies, and the elegant word, you know, the elegant stand-up. I also have the elegant flip it, and the elegant layering dies as well. Now all 3 items go together, and you can probably imagine there's probably going to be stamps that go with this soon, right? So stay tuned for that. And if you're watching this video after a couple days, check out the website, just saying. So we have 3 different products here. They're all very similar because they all coordinate together. The one we're going to focus on though is the stand-up card. Now what is a stand-up card? On first glance, it just looks like a regular card where you can write your message and have fun. But it is also designed, it has this little tiny belly button on the inside there. Whoops, let's kind of poke that up a little. There you go. So it stands up, which is so exciting because you can put it on a mantle, you can put it on a bookshelf, you can put it on your desk. Perfect for an announcement, a birth announcement, or a save the date card, or a get well card for someone in the hospital because it can sit on their little table and they can see it. Just so much fun. The reason why I designed these is because the flip it cards, you know, don't really stand up perfectly on a mantle, and I thought I want something that will stand for display. So there you go, hence the name stand-ups. So now you might know them as easel cards, same idea, but this is just my version of it. Now, let me show you everything you get in the kit, and I'm going to show you how to cut it out. So we're going to go ahead and open the kit, and it's so exciting because you can't imagine how many wonderful dies that you get in that kit. And I highly recommend you trim this down just a little bit and keep it in your envelope with you so you have an example and you have the information. You also have this handy dandy chart of all these words and all of the other dies that come in here. The best part about this is it comes with lots of different dies. For example, it comes with the word sweet and take care and thanks a bunch. You can just say thanks. You can say pretty much whatever you want using all of those words. And they also come with the shadow dies. So for example, on this card it says for you, but all of these dies here, the thanks with the shadow and this border down here are included in this kit, which is so much fun. So let's go further. We're going to open it up. Now remember I said, let's use this paper. Remember I said the 3 largest dies are the most important. So that's going to include the base die and the 2 larger layering dies, or the dies that mat the card. So for example, let me share with you this. Let me show you this so you can really see. The gray card is the base die. That's this card right here, okay? So that cut out the base. And then this one here cut out the background pink. So there's no extra cutting, no measuring, no taking it to your trimmer. I've done all of that for you. And then this die right there cuts out this piece right here. So now everything is done for you. The hardest part for you is to pick out the paper. That's what I always like to say. Now, let's cut this so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. We're gonna bring it over to our die cut machine. The first thing you're gonna notice is that this die is the exact almost same size as our cutting pads. I highly, highly recommend you use the extended cutting pads and the extended multi-purpose platform because this barely fits. Now, will it work on your regular platform? Yes. With some modifications and you just kind of fiddling with it, it will work. You might have to trim the sides a little bit, but it will work if you don't want to add that extra expense. But if you already have these tools, and most of you do, I highly recommend using the larger pieces. Now, here's another tip. I highly also recommend taking a thin piece of paper or cardstock. This is very thin paper. This is not thick cardstock. And I'm going to make a shim for my extended multi-purpose platform. I know that on my machine it's a little light on pressure, and if you know on your machine you're a little light on pressure, you might want to do this. So I'm just going to put it in between, sandwich it in between the tabs, and now it's just there, and I know it's there, but it's going to be fine. I'm going to take my longer cutting pad, so these are the longer pads, this is the normal size, taking my longer cutting pad, laying that down, and then people always ask me, well, what size paper do I need? honestly, I don't measure. I don't believe in measuring. I'm not, there's only one technique I ever do that involves measuring because I'm not a big measurer. So I take my cutting pad, line it up along the edge of the paper, and I simply tear. Use this for another project. This is the exact right size that I need for my card. Now, some people will run this through, and remember, you've heard me, especially with the flip it cards, you hear me a lot talk about the speed bump. You don't want this blade to be straight going through the straight rollers, because what's that going to happen? That roller is going to hop over that. This is like a speed bump. It's just going to hop over that speed bump, and it's not going to cut because it's just going to hop. So we want to skew this a little tiny bit. So we're going to skew it just a little bit. Now, see how that's not straight anymore? It's not straight, it's not parallel to my roller, and it's going to give it a better cut. Now, if you do this and you're still having trouble getting it to cut on those big speed bumps, because you can't skew it very much, it has to stay on that mat. If you're having trouble, this is what you're going to do. You're going to turn the die upside down, skew it just a little still on your mat. Die is upside down, cardstock on top, and then your second cutting pad, and run it through. Then you'll be fine, okay? But I really, really always try, and I haven't tried it on this machine. I have lots of machines because at the office I have some, here I have some, so I haven't even tried it on this one lately. So I'm going to skew that die, see how it's not going exactly straight. I'm going to take my second cutting pad, lay that on top. Now, if you feel more comfortable, you can use washi tape to hold this down. I think I'm fine. Now, this is what I like to do. I like to run it through on that. Now you could hear, because you heard it crack, you know it's going to cut, but I always like to go back and then go like that. Now you only have to do that on the edges. None of the other parts do you have to do that. So I'm running it through. Now I'm on that last part, going to hear it crack, and I'm going to run it back and then run it again, just for extra measure, because I don't want to have to worry about it, right? So now I'm going to pull it out, and look, beautiful, beautiful. Pop that baby out, and there we go. Now, a lot of people, when I'm demonstrating these stand-up cards, they go, oh, it's just a flip it. No, 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 this is a totally, totally different cut than a flip it. A flip it is a totally different design and a different everything. When folded though, both of them, the framelit versions of the stand-up and the flip it, are A2 standard card size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So now we have our, it's all dirty. Now we have our paper. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it in half. Just fold it directly in half on the score lines that the die has created. And then we're gonna just kind of finger press these and pop up that little, I call it the belly button. Pop up that belly button just a little, and there we have the makings of our stand-up card. Now I can use those other 2 larger pieces, cut pattern paper, decorate, and have some fun. Now, I want to show you some of the great samples I have for my design team because they are absolutely fantastic. Now, this card I already showed you. This one is actually one I created. You don't get to see one that I created that often. I do a class on this one at the Creating Keepsakes conventions, so we have a lot of fun with this one. Again, the words thanks and the shadow are included in this die set, which is fantastic. It's a fantastic price, too. Here's one by Jeannie. And this one, the words take care are in here, as well as the border and the yellow piece and the shadow. Isn't that cute? Take care, and it stands up, ready to go. Here's another one by Jeannie. This one says thanks, and then here's a bunch. Now this one uses the chevron die, and the chevron die, let me tell you where, oh, it is also included in this kit, which the chevron dies, oh my goodness, they are my favorites. Let me just show you some of these other dies really quick. So we have this border die, we have this edge die, we have a shadow there, we have that chevron die there, we have this layering die here. So many little words, all these fun words. So we have sweet, we have thanks, we have bunch, take, and then care. Just all these wonderful, awesome dies. So there's the cute one that says thanks with the chevrons, and I love how Jeannie added the a bunch down here. Thanks, a bunch. This one is by Helen. This one, oh, I love these colors, thanks. She used washi tape down there in the bottom. Isn't that cute? I love that. I could just like stand those all up, huh? This one is by Helen also, and she used our cute little popsicle, and it says, you're so sweet. I love it. And last but not least, another one by Helen, and this one just says simply thanks. And then she has the friends definition down there. Isn't that adorable? Oh, and she has friends up there. Cute. So much fun. So make sure you check out our gallery. There's going to be lots of ideas on there as well. Now, don't forget the little tips that I shared with you. Use the extra shim in there if you have that, if your machine's a little light, and just kind of play with it. Try it on extra cardstock first, and then you can work on your card once you know the combination that you need, and you are going to love these stand-up dies. Now, can I give you a little hint? Can I share a little secret with you? Stay tuned, because we are going to turn this stand-up die into a gatefold card also. So not only can this be a stand-up card, but you can also make it be a gatefold card. So I'm taping that video today as well, so make sure you check and do a search for it. How to turn a stand-up card into a gatefold card. Yes. So it's double duty, extra exciting, 19 dies with a storage envelope. The world, I can just hear the singing. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.